spiritual vibration with Sister P.
diamonds and the money and pearl. I hope your reggae music keep playing on the world. No matter what the price of the music is nice. Oh, your little sister, now you up it in the high. Whoa, whoa, breathe in. I bring from Jah to all ragamuffin. Ooh, breathe in. I bring from Jah to all ragamuffin. Ooh, I hope it take the mind and the soul in control. And most of all, it should never grow old. It's the only music that's got them soul. And most of all, to make a good time roll. Greetings I bring from Jah to all ragamuffin. Ooh, greetings I bring from Jah to all ragamuffin. Ooh, something really whoa, oh, what really whoa, man, really whoa. You live the life you love. You love the life you live. Everything you have in my job will give. Ooh-wee. Ba-diggy-diggy-dum-dum, zuguzing. Ba-diggy-diggy-dum-dum, zuguzing. Ba-diggy-doogie-doogie-dum-dum. Dum-dum, baga-doogie-doogie-dum-dum. Doogie-dum. Whoa, 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 whoa. Greetings I bring from Jah to all ragamuffin. Ooh-wee, ooh-wee. Greetings I bring from Jah, ooh-wee, to all ragamuffin. Ooh-wee. If them ask your name and your number, just tell them you are ragamuffin soldier. And if further, reggae ambassador, rule all over. Greetings I bring from Jah to all ragamuffin. Ooh-wee.
You're tuned in to Spiritual Vibration with Sista P.
Greetings, a blessed good morning to you. Welcome to Stars FM Radio 96.1 and 96.7, coming to you from Port Antonio, Portland, Jamaica. This is the Spiritual Vibrations program. My name is Sista P, engineer is Cassidy, and we will be with you until 1 o'clock. Good morning, Cassidy. Well, give thanks for life. I made it, you made it. Give thanks we are in Portland because life goes on and we're not on lockdown. So I know a lot of Portlanders will appreciate, love that. Welcome to those of you on 96.1, 96.7, and those of you on the internet, www.stylesfm.com. Welcome to all first-time listeners, to all visitors to the island, and all visitors to our parish. I'd also like to welcome home all those Jamaicans who are visiting at this time. You may participate in the program by calling or texting to 453-1444. As a matter of fact, from 11:30 to 12, we will be opening the phone lines and we'll be taking your telephone calls or texts on the visit of the United States President Barack Obama to Jamaica. If you're outside of Jamaica, the area code is 876. For those of you in the USA and Canada, the number is 954-338-7973. And you may make good use of that line also. You may also get us on Styles on the Go in the US, area code 213-992-4360. I know that we have our truck drivers from Jamaica who listen to Styles on the Go. We also, if you're in the United Kingdom, the number is 033-0010-3322. We're on YouTube at Styles FM Radio. On Instagram, you may follow us at Styles FM. Twitter at Styles FM 961. Facebook Styles FM 961 fan page. Our words of inspiration for today. Sometimes the people that we care about the most are the people that we treat badly. Wonder how many of us do that. We don't always mean to treat them badly, or we don't really want to treat them badly. But at times, we just don't think. At other times, we do it because we know we can get away with it. We must learn to value and honor those blessings we call friends. They are few and far between. They're in our lives for a reason. They come to share a part of life with us. How we treat them is a reflection of our thoughts about life. When we tax our friendships with abuse, neglect, or mindless actions, we shut ourselves off from the support that makes life easier to bear. When we fail to nurture our friendships, it is a sign that we do not nurture ourselves. When we treat our friends with kindness and respect, they are obliged to do the same. When we hold our friendships in high regard, we learn to feel good about ourselves. When we value our friends and the relationship, they know it, and they will do their best to keep things in balance. Today we will tell ourselves, I will treat my friends as well as I treat myself. So basically, how you treat yourself is how you treat your friends. Now I should say something, because at the end of things like this, in our culture, we would say, Ashe.
You're tuned in to Spiritual Vibration with Sista P.
And I hope you feel the same way too. The goodness of your words will carry you through. Do good unto others, and I will do the same for you. Give it a try, my friend, and you will prove what I'm saying is true. Love is the answer. There ain't no other. Oh, love is the answer. True love of the Father. If your neighbor come begging you something, don't say go and come tomorrow. Give
Presently, you are listening to the spiritual vibrations with your host, Sista P. All tune in, including he, she, and the old lady. Styles FM to the world.
Portlanders, Akan Auto Technology, located at 33 Bombra Crescent, Port Antonio. Visit us for all your auto repair and servicing. We offer computerized wheel alignment, computerized wheel balancing, suspension checks, AC repair, inspection, and all your auto repair needs. For complete auto repair and service, visit or call Akan Auto Technology today at 715-5205. And remember, we are located at 33 Bombra Crescent.
I'm on black, me da brown, me da white. See Babylon stripe, you mad.
Metamorphosis, edutainment. Coming to you from Styles FM, from the parish of Portland, in Northeast Jamaica. Featuring your host, Dr. Iman Black. Tune in every Friday, 9 p.m. to 12 midnight. Come, listen, learn, engage Dr. Iman Black. Article reasoning, article teaching. Come, be edutained. Metamorphosis.
Do you have or are you seeking a place to rent, seeking employment or have a job vacancy? Are you selling a car or having a garage sale? Then come see us. Let Styles do the advertising for you and you'll be on your way in no time. Contact us at 876-286-9216 or 439-5160. Advertising Style. Advertise with Styles.
Yo, me I tell you, so yo, don't miss the adrenaline rush with Digital T every Saturday 4 to 8 p.m. where new music and new artists live. Yo, it's entertaining and interactive. Yo, don't miss the party hour 7 to 8. Totally. Na 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 na. Baby, when you take my picture on the camera phone, when me and the next girl carry on the beach. Yo, don't forget in the Digital T, the adrenaline rush. Totally.
You're tuned in to Spiritual Vibration with Sista P.
As we move on into the program, lots to talk about. The President of the United States, President Barack Obama, is in Jamaica. And once again, we give thanks for those of us who live in Portland. You know, we were spared that fire that was in Kingston at the dump. We were spared that. And we are now spared the circus that is going on in Kingston. Business areas in Kingston have been locked down. People can't come out of their homes. People can't go about their business. Yes, I can understand the security that is involved. Of course, I'm of the opinion, that our shutters really go after their own kind. They don't really. Well, now I ever hear of one of our shutters really going after a politician or anything like that. But yes, yeah, I understand. We have to be. Somebody else might come and try a thing in Jamaica, and that would be very disastrous for us. Some people treated the president coming here as if God was coming. Maybe it is so, because when I was a youth, I hear so God coming, so I don't know if this is it now. Some people welcome the president and think it's a very good thing. Of course, the ones that welcome the president and think that it's a good thing, it's all about what we can get out of it. The same thing like when you have your family come to Jamaica and everybody line up for beg, or them come around, they don't really say them begging, but them hoping say something will drop down upon them. They might get something. some things that have disturbed us as a country, as a nation, with this visit. Street people. They call them homeless in the United States. I don't know if any of you out there could just do me a favor, please, and just check to see how many homeless people are in the United States. I think a few weeks ago I heard it was something like 6 million. Well, what they did with our homeless people, what we call street people, them just moved them off of the street. And you know where them carry them? Go to Bellevue Mental Hospital. And then you know what them do with them? As one man said, I'm going to use the word, them said them juke them. That means that they gave them the injection that them not used to themselves. I mean, really? Some of them, they said that they put in shelters. So how come they had these shelters and they had these people on the street all this time? And why is it that the president of the United States can't come and see homeless people when them have so much homeless people in America? So what is wrong with that? If you could take care of them before, you not take care of them? For the last 40 years, one woman been selling crab. Everybody who know Heroes Circle. People selling there. One woman is there for 40 years. The owner for the yard, which is a lady in England. She come here, our family come here. These people never have to move. They mash down them stall, mash up them things, and I'm supposed to feel happy? You're supposed to be happy? I mean, let me tell people something. You see, African people, we are roadside sellers. That is our thing. Now, if this thing was a problem to the government before, of these people selling crab and these things on the roadside, why you wait until now, a few days before, to just mash down them something? What about their children who have to go to school next week? What about their families? Did you make any plans for them? Just like what they did a few weeks ago when they went into the cemetery and the homeless man built up him like something there, and them just don't give the man a chance and say, what, did they put him in a shelter? You just mash up people things anytime you don't like it? We can't go on like that. And I want to read something to you from the Center for Economic and Policy Research. It's the Center for Economic and Policy Research. It says, thanks to policies imposed by the International Monetary Fund and embraced by the Jamaican government, saddled with poverty and international debt, Jamaica has the most severe austerity budget on the planet. Where's Sandra? Sandra, you hearing this? Saddled with poverty and international debt, Jamaica has the most severe austerity budget on the planet. They say, this is more severe than Greece. And you see what Greece is saying? Yes. When the President of the United States comes to Jamaica, which is here already, he will be coming as someone partly responsible for the high unemployment and poverty that the country is suffering through. And this is what the statement, after you hear all of this, it says the U.S. backs Jamaica's economic reform program. He's expected to indicate his strong support for the work being undertaken by the Jamaican government to reform the country's economy under the IMF. And of course, you know that America is, the IMF is basically America. So the US is backing the fact that that our austerity program is worse than Greece's. Interesting. I'll be opening the telephone lines from 11:30 to 12 for Jamaicans to express themselves how they feel about this. Yes, it is our culture that when visitors are coming, we paint up the house, we put up new curtain, we change the bedspread them, we sweep up the yard, and with the garbage that we find a place to put it. You see all the plastic for we take on dash all the while, we find somewhere to put it. Sorry, but you cannot do what you cannot afford. Another thing is, the streets are now well paved. Streets that couldn't be well paved long time. Because we don't want the President of the United States to say that we have streets that not paved, that have whole heap of pothole. But me go to America, I say pothole in the street there. I say pothole. I can tell you plain and straight, drive down Atlantic Avenue in Brooklyn and see if you not have to drive careful. Because every minute the car go rugga. So what? We are, come on. What is this? There have been all kinds of comments. Even I'm looking in the paper and it says, can Obama bring the audacity of hope to Jamaica? My answer is no. No, not with these leaders. And when I say leaders, I'm not talking one set. Because all we keep doing is swapping, what do you call it? Black dog for monkey. Not meaning that they're dogs. No. But it needs a new thinking. And I go and tell you what it needs, You see, all Jamaicans are over there were all in some good positions and think about this country and love this country. It really needs that type of thinking. Really needs that type of thinking to make changes in this country. Before I even run on, I want to talk about something else. Only something to talk about. Customer service in Port Antonio. Customer service in Port Antonio. This town needs to have a whole revolutionary change in the way customers are treated. I went into a place last week. I have a problem with a particular service provider. I went in, I paid my bill, and I said, I'm having a problem. They said, go in and speak with the young man in there. I go in, I speak with the young man, I tell him what my problems is. Listen to this, Cassidy. After I don't tell the man what my problem is, hear the man to me. So what is the problem? Immediately go on the telephone because he get a telephone call. I am not saying that he cannot answer the telephone, but at least come back to me and say, could you give me a moment, please, or something like that. I have to sit there, listen to the whole conversation, then he come back. So I'm saying to him, can somebody else help me? Help! Can somebody else help me? Hold on. I'm on the phone. I said, but wait a minute. I wonder if him knows, says, when me pay my bill, it's so him get paid. And if everybody else decide not to pay that company, him I go find him yard. You got every time, most of the time in this town, you got to pay a bill. And you get frustrated, totally frustrated. You go into the place to pay the bill, and it come in like me just salt. Because every time you go in there, the system is down. You know what kind of system that you have? That every time you go in there, the system down. And then nobody says to you that the system is down, It's after you stand up there and you notice that nobody not moving. And then you say, but wait, so here's what's going on here. So you said, so how come, what, the system slow? Them said the system down. Can't they just politely explain to the people in the line and say, folks, I apologize, or I'm sorry to let you know that the system is down, we will be operating as soon as it comes back up. We cannot tell you exactly how long, but I mean, do you want to wait or do you want to go and do something else? What is wrong with that? We are being treated like I don't know what. They need some customer service thing and then a smile from the young man. Trust me. I would have dropped dead before him even smile because I was annoying him. But I tell you the truth, you know. You see the hair on my head just start to just stand up higher than how it stand up. That's all right now. I may just grab the piece of paper when I came, you see, and just wheel out the door. Because the way I'm upset. They have no understanding of how to deal with people. None whatsoever. You have the same problem sometimes, Cassidy. And then everything's so slow. It's like them doing you a favor. Trust me. Not even to mention that particular company is the worst service provider. The worst. All right. Again. One next one. Them tell me say the meter business not working. Them check. So what you have to do? Go to the customer care. We go to the customer care. They say the meter is not working, so I need to come in here and get a meter. Guess what? Oh, we don't have any meters. And we don't know when the meter come in. So if you cannot handle this aspect of your business, why don't you let somebody else import the meter so that when this thing happens, we can just go and buy a meter and regularize our system? Because now what we keep getting is estimated bills, and then all of a sudden one day you're going to see this bill for how much $1,000 that you cannot pay. And then they're going to say to you, well, you should have did pay little along the way. That is no service. No service whatsoever. Anyway, let me move on. I see the play the music there. Before I go into the next segment, you see, me going to express my love for the land of my birth. No business with nobody else. Me going to express this, and I know that those of you out there will say, land of my birth.
I will never leave her shores. I will never run
Yeah, I'd like to say bless good morning to Karen. Karen, how you doing? I hope you like the words of inspiration this morning. Good morning, Tario. Good morning, Denise and Anarchy. I'd also like to say good morning to all the listeners of Splash Radio over there in New Jersey. Yes, good morning, Eva. Good morning, Eva. Good to see that you are here. And as Eva says, proudly declaring land of I birth, Jamaica. Yes, we love it and we now give it up, we now run, we're going away. Yes, I feel with this. But you must also ask yourself the question, what have you done for Jamaica lately? What have you done? What is your commitment to Jamaica? What is your loyalty to Jamaica? What is your passion for Jamaica? As my friend Amina said to me yesterday, she said, Sister P, if we keep making our children feel like other people are more important, what are we teaching them in school? That they should be proud when we're telling them that all these other people, anybody can come here and they're more important than them? Chris Mackenzie from New York says, Chris says because they have no competition, that's why they behave so rude. Them can't try that in New York because of all the competition that is there. You're so right, Chris.
We gonna
Karen says, perfect song. She said she had to migrate to have the love for her country. That is so, so true. You have to come out of Jamaica, to really absolutely learn to love this country. Just like you have to leave Kingston. I'm a Kingstonian and live in Portland to know how nice it is that I don't have to have Riverton dump burning every minute. And I don't have to have a city lockdown because somebody important come in here. Good morning, Marie. Good to see that you're here. Yes, off this week, right? And Marie says, love that message, Sister P. We're not going to make them puff them. Make we lose, we love. And Grace, good morning, Grace. Grace lives in Georgia. And she says, yes, I'm right. She said she come down here and she have running with people in the bank.
Saltfish, we not left ya. Tough man, banana, we not left ya. I'm a big flower dumpling, we not left ya. Ain't nothing like the sweet cool breeze I jammed up. String up the sun, while it vibes can't done. Make the music beautiful and people just a have fun. Jerk on a place, I work a fish a steam down. Me proud of me island. Lord of God, me say me proud of me island. Come in San Vegas, we proud of me island. Outlaw Josie will me say me proud of me island. Yes, if you love Jamaica, let me see your hand now. Lord of mercy. Sweet Jamaica. Sweet Jamaica. Sweet Jamaica. My. Sweet Jamaica. Nothing like the sweet Jamaica.
All right, let's get this right.
You do have
You're tuned in to Spiritual Vibration with Sister P.
Performance, integrity, teamwork, respect, and communication.
Oh yeah, communication. Oh yeah, communication.
Must be the values of a country. whose name I'm not afraid to mention.
No, I'm not afraid to mention. No, I'm not afraid to mention.
Committed to improving lives of people, that must be the vision.
Yeah, that must be the vision. Yeah, that must be the
My
vision.
understanding is 1962 dates back to whence commenced the mission.
Oh, whence commenced the mission? Start out your life, Jamaica.
Financial choice number one.
Start out your life, Jamaica.
Second, that anyone.
Start out your life, Jamaica.
The job isn't done.
Start out your life, Jamaica.
Oh, what a beautiful transformation. What a beautiful,
Wonderful,
beautiful,
wonderful.
beautiful transformation. What a beautiful,
Wonderful,
beautiful,
wonderful.
beautiful transformation. We are the light of Jamaica.
Out of many one heart.
After 50 years, the bulb got brighter.
Let us all play our part.
3 counties, 14 parishes, spans our operation.
Isn't that smart?
Providing the assurance and peace of mind, especially during the most challenging times. Our culture is on every scene. Everybody wanna taste of the Jamaican dream.
Start out your life, Jamaica.
Financial choice number one.
Start out your life, Jamaica.
Second, not anyone.
Start out your life, Jamaica.
No, the job isn't done.
Start out your life, Jamaica.
Oh, what a beautiful transformation. What a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful transformation. What a beautiful, beautiful transformation.
Just like a picture freezes time. 1,000 words fail to define. Oh, what a culture lending thine. Oh, and it's permanent. And when all else rearrange, our love will never change. And when all else rearrange, our love will never change.
Hey Jamaica, it is such a beautiful morning. It's Fave 95's Fiona Fennell, and I just got this CD from Nomads and thought I should share it with you.
Hi, this is Leroy Gibbon passing through saying, you're listening to Sister P on the Spiritual Vibration Show. Sister P, you know what? Just love how you send it across to them culturally, you know. Send it to them same way because them need it, Sister P. Leroy Gibbon says so.
Lumber, cement, steel, plyboard, plates, cups, shower curtain, sheet. Then this now go take me all day, man.
Daddy, mommy says I must go a business depot.
I need to find somewhere with ample parking space, gives discounts, does delivery, and has the most courteous staff.
Why, Daddy Duffy?
Yes, Builders Depot, right at Industrial Estate, Longwall in Barnes Bay. I call them at 715-3128 or 284-3337.
Because me I tell him, we got Builders Depot over there, so.
Check them out.
Builders Depot. Once you need it, we have it.
Thursday Freedom, Styles FM 96.1. Even 96.7 FM, you don't know the thing, go. Every Thursday 5 to 9 p.m. You don't know the thing. Pull up that one, man.
Remember Styles FM on social media. View us on YouTube, Styles FM Radio. Follow us on Instagram at Styles FM. Like us on Twitter at Styles FM 961. Become a fan on Facebook, Styles FM 96.1.
For the best quality in sound reinforcement and backlining, Native Audio. We have professional engineers with over 20 years of experience. So call us and we'll take care of your parties, wedding receptions, barbecues, conferences, and small stage shows. Crystal clear sound, Native Audio. Our prices are the best. Call us at 871-5212. That's 871-5212. Native Audio. We make your events audible.
Africa, boy, a Sister P come again, yeah. She teaches us about everything spiritual, Africa and the world work. Sister P, teach them, Sister P.
Before we get too deep into it, I just want to let listeners know something. You know, maybe a couple months ago, we did something on Cecil Rhodes and how he captured the country name Zimbabwe and turned it into Rhodesia. Well, they had a statue of him in South Africa, you know, honoring him for that dastardly behavior. And the university students said, listen, we need to get rid of that now. Well, guess what? The country got rid of Cecil Rhodes' statue because that was basically an embarrassment to to African people. And they did not need that. They did not need that. So the government had to tear it down. When are we in Jamaica ever going to take a stand like that to get rid of some of the things that we don't like and no longer want? Like all the parishes being named after the governor's wives and this king and everybody and so forth. Cassidy with the drums in the background. I just want to take, there are so many texts coming in about people's love for Jamaica, but Grace in Georgia says, I love Jamaica. But when I'm there, when she's here, she wants to go back there because of customer service. Grace, you don't need to look at it that way. I'm going to tell you something why. I know about that. I live there and I know it's the customer service, I know I'm here. But when I think about the other things, me no want to go back there, so. I'm not telling a lie. Me no want to go back there, so. You know which part what them say, your neighbor string and your heart and the beat of the people, even though it's raga raga, but me love it. And as Karen says, she says, boy, she said, I clean her this morning. She said, boy, she usually get emotional during independence, but tears coming down while she rocking this morning. Well, Karen, I know how it is, you know. Because you see, I know said raga raga, you know, but I want to be a part of the change. That is it. That is it. Me not run gun nowhere. I want to be a part of the change. Jah give me that inspiration. I also want to let you know what, Denise. Good morning, Denise. So good to know that you're there. Denise, you know, basically, she loves Jamaica. And she says Jamaica make her who she is. And she invests in this country. And she won't stop. Denise, may you feel the same way? I care what go on, yes, so. Yes, so. Yes, so. I mean, know that some people, there is not that them don't want to come home, but you have to do a certain amount of time. You have to have a plan. You have to set the thing. Now, makes sense you run, come back, yes, so. Just so.
you no cry again. No. When I was sleep, my mother go text me. She go lie me well for bed. Oh. She go buy me clothes, say make you sleep, sleep, my pikin no. When I dey hungry, my mother go run up and down. She go find me something where I go chop. Oh, sweet mother, sweet mother, oh, I love you. When I dey sick, my mother go cry, cry, cry. She go say it's me when I go down, make she die. She go beg God, God help me, oh, God help me, my pikin no. If ya no sleep, my mother no go sleep. If ya no chop, my mother no go chop. She no dey tire, sweet mother. I no go forget the suffer where you suffer for me, yeah, yeah. Sweet mother, sweet mother, oh, I love you. Sweet mother,
Yeah, music from Nigeria.
tu as su me donner. Sweet mother, je n'oublierai jamais, maman, tout cet amour que tu as su me donner. Quand je pleure, Sweet mother me prend dans ses bras et me dit mon bébé, oh pourquoi tu pleures, yo yo, stop, 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 et ne pleure plus mon bébé. Oh. Quand j'ai sommeil, Sweet mother me baisse, me borde, vient dans mon lit. Elle me chante une chanson, fais dodo, mon bébé.
from Nigeria, Tilde with Sweet Mother. I guess this is nice to be able to say these nice things to your mother. Mother, I will never forget you. How many of us can say that? And we all should say that, because without mothers, we would not be here.
Sister P until the end of time.
The time is now.
You're listening to Sister P on Styles and 96 FM. The spiritual vibration. Sister P on your dial every time. Spirituality.
The time is now 10:30.
Nutsford Express, offering daily transportation and courier service from the Aero Flynn Marina Port Antonio to Kingston, Falmouth, Ocho Rios, Negril, and Montego Bay. With free drop-off at Sangsters International Airport. Travel safely with Nutsford Express to and from Port Antonio in affordable comfort and style. Experience ground transportation service in full air-conditioned settings, spacious reclining seats, free internet Wi-Fi, and onboard restroom at your comfort. Book your tickets today by calling 971-1822 or visit our website at nutsfordexpress.com. Nutsford Express. Leave the driving to us.
Are you thinking of a place, extraordinary place where you can get a wide variety of Jamaican cuisine, scrumptious local dishes, and at the most affordable price? Come to think of it, there is such a place, Zilla's Kitchen. For breakfast, lunch, and dinner, they use only natural herbs and spices, and of course, they've met all health standards with a friendly staff certified by the Board of Health. So if it's home cooking you want in a safe sanitary environment, Zilla's Kitchen is the place to eat. We're located at Bridge Street, Port Antonio, and for takeout service, contact us at 453-6030. At Zilla's Kitchen, we are open 24 hours. We are never closed. Zilla's Kitchen, 24/7.
For the best quality in sound reinforcement and backlining, Native Audio. We have professional engineers with over 20 years of experience. So call us and we'll take care of your parties, wedding receptions, barbecues, conferences, and small stage shows. Crystal clear sound, Native Audio. Our prices are the best. Call us at 871-5212. That's 871-5212. Native Audio. We make your events audible.
Hey, this is me, Brother Gary. I tell you, say, if you want to advertise anything you have, if you sell anything, truck, car, bus, anything you're keeping, make sure you advertise it past Styles FM. Call this number 439-5160. 439-5160. And I guarantee you, everybody I go in your business.
Okay, well, we're back with you, and in studio this morning, I have the most interesting guest, Dr. Aris Latham, food scientist and sun-fired food. What can I think of? Beautiful to look at. Do the best food in the world. Karen. listen to this. Denise, Grace, listen to this. People like to talk about raw food. But we talk about live food or sun-fired food. And everybody else, none of them is imitator. Aris is the real thing, real something. Aris, welcome to Styles FM and welcome to Spiritual Vibrations program.
Thank you so much, Sister P. It's great to be here. I'm really thankful for this wonderful opportunity to be here with you and to share with our people here in Portland and around the world.
Yes, and talking about around the world, Aris, you have taken your skills around the world. Because sometimes I say, Aris, I haven't seen you for a while. Where were you? Costa Rica. Aris, where were you? Brazil. I mean, it is unbelievable the amount of places and the amount of people. And I know that you have also dealt with some of what they would call A-list people and all them kind of people. There's some top in Aris, we call them. All of those kind of people. So now you're back in Jamaica. And what are you doing while you're here, Aris?
I'm living.
You're living, yes.
Yes, I came home
Give
to
thanks
live.
for that. Give thanks for life.
I came home to live first and foremost. You know, yes, I've been around the world. I know quite a few places in the world, but you know, see what happened. My roots is here in Jamaica. You know, my grandparents were from Westmoreland, and they went to Panama about 100 years ago to build the canal.
Yes.
So my parents were born there. I was born in Panama and live in the U.S. most of my life.
This is where we first met.
That's where we met, in Brooklyn.
In Brooklyn.
Yes. But, you know,
Yes.
traveling around the world and, you know, being in places like U.S. and even being in Panama, you know, there's really no place like Jamaica for me. I've finally figured it out. This is
Yes.
really home. We're really, my people was just passing through Panama. You know, we
Yes,
were basically
yes.
migrant workers. So
Mhm.
I'm more at home in Jamaica than I am in Panama. You know, when I'm in Panama, I really look like a stranger.
Okay.
But, you know, in Jamaica, I hear things like, hey, Bob Andy. Man, them look at me and they think I am Bob Andy. You know, I said, well, good. You know, it must be a relative, you know.
Yes,
But, yeah,
yes.
man, it's great to be home. You know, I really appreciate it.
And I'm glad that you're back home because when you're not here, we truly miss you. So, Aris, now that you're home, what are you doing at home?
Well, as I say, I'm here living, but, you know, in my grace of living, I'm gracing the place as well. you know.
Yes.
So what really brought me here is a friend of mine, Gordon Townsend, who owns Bayview Eco Resort here in Portland.
Yes.
Portland.
Yes.
So he asked me to come home and, you know, set a thing here so that, you know, Bayview Eco Resort can be the premier wellness destination in Jamaica. So I'm here as a magnet to really attract more people to come and appreciate what we have here in Portland, you know, the rainforest, the unspoiled Jamaica, you know.
And I know that Gordon, I also know Gordon, he was always at Fruition thing. He really wants to see, well, you know, he's originally from Portland.
Yes.
And Gordon really wants to see things happening here, but in a holistic way. Yes, in a holistic way. So you're up at Bayview Eco Resorts.
Yes, I've
Yes.
set up a natural living center at Bayview, which encompasses a restaurant. So we have a raw food restaurant, and also we have the institute, the Culinary Institute, the Sun-Fired Culinary Institute, where we train chefs and also, you know, home-based people as well who want to eat better, want to live better. And we have wellness programs, detox programs where you would come and, you know, go through some fasting and, you know, really a lifestyle transformation for people who want to tune up, who want to lose some weight or, you know, want to address a particular, you know, stagnation that is creating some disease in their body, and they want to address their eating. Then that's what we're here for, to really just, you know, pave the way and lay the foundation. But in addition to that, we've also been blessed to develop a relationship with Case.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yes,
That
yes.
is wonderful. Yes.
So we're our staff at the Sunfired Natural Living Center are students from Case.
Oh.
So we're training them to be chefs. We're training.
You're training them, when you say training them to be chefs, are you training them to be regular chefs or in raw food?
No, in raw food. Raw food. Yeah.
Yes.
Those are they come to work with us. The students, they come on the weekends and we're teaching them how to prepare this cuisine. And we have some that are highly motivated. We have a young man who, he's a vegetarian by birth. So these are people, that have pretty much been out here lost,
Yes.
trying to fit in,
Yes. Yes.
So we're like really showing them a certain light so that they don't get caught up in the pitfalls of certain vegetarian concepts.
Yes.
So we want them to really eat yard food, clean food,
Yes.
fresh food, market food. So that is the emphasis of our cuisine, just traditional, basic market food. So it's really, in essence, we're not really doing nothing new. Because this whole thing of a lot of people call today raw food, we actually call it raw food, R-A food.
R.A.
Yes.
Coming from Egypt.
Coming from Kemet, from the
From this
homeland, from the
Sun
motherland.
Ra. Yes,
Sun Ra.
yes, yes.
Yeah, food. Because the whole concept behind sun-fired cuisine is that the food is actually cooked by the sun.
Yes, that's why I said sun-fired. Yes.
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 So the entire growing period is the cooking process. So like right now we see some pears that are blossoming on the tree. So when you see the blossom come out, then the pot is started.
Okay.
So, it may
Yes.
take another 2-3 months now.
Yeah.
And you have some full-grown pear, same like the plantains and the bananas. So it's a very intense, exact, meticulous cooking process that is being done by the sun. The only chef on the planet. The sun cooks for everybody around the
Yes.
world,
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
what I am, basically, I'm a food scientist and artist. So I would mold it and shape it into what may consider today as an acceptable cuisine art.
Well, talking about artists, because like when you put something together, it's like flowers. it is so beautiful that you don't even want to eat it. You don't even want to eat it. Aris, what started you along that path?
Well, it really started, I think it really goes back to my roots, to my ancestry. Growing up with grandmother, and my mother in their kitchen, being born in Panama, 1947, during those times, it was strictly yard food, home food. And, they were from, on my mother's side, my grandmother was from Barbados. And again, on the father's side, they were from Jamaica. So, but they took their cuisine with them to Panama. So we had ackee trees in the yard. We had the number 11 mango. We had a lot of the things that were brought from Jamaica and transplanted there. So it was all garden food. We go, even chicken. Anything we eat, it was fresh food.
Yes.
So the foundation of what I do is fresh food and getting that freshness from my ancestral legacy. And for me, it's really, my grandparents, my parents, they've been like griots, because everything that I learned in terms of cuisine today, it's basically in the DNA. It's from them. I've never studied in any formal culinary, courses or anything like that, but just being in their kitchen
Yes.
to see what they would do, with some chocho, or they would make cuckoo and all of these things, they turn cornmeal, they call it, but my grandmother from Barbados,
Polenta
they
from
call it,
Italians
them call it
polenta.
cuckoo, And well, of course, in Africa, them call it fufu.
Fufu, yes, fufu, yes.
So it's a traditional thing.
Banku.
So what I have done is basically just, the technology that I learned from them doing the traditional cuisine, I've basically just brought it up to date and bring it into the context of today. And rather than all the cooking, the boiling, the baking, the jerking, the stewing, and the frying, and all of these things, I came up in a time of liberation. Revolution.
Oh, yes.
The 60s.
1960s, America.
Yeah, well, see,
nothing before it and nothing after that.
Yeah, I landed in Brooklyn in 1964 from
man.
Cologne, in Panama,
yes.
you know.
Big time that.
I landed right in the ghetto.
Where were you?
I was in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn,
You were in
Bushwick, Bushwick and Putnam. Went to Bushwick High School. So there I get introduced to this, you know, whole new concept of food, you know, what they call it, the sad diet. The standard American diet, the sloppy Joe.
I remember. The only thing I knew, I mean, like when I got there in the 1962, and I went, it was like the only thing was a tuna sandwich. What was that?
Yeah.
And the first time I got pizza, I said, "Yuck! That didn't taste cheese and tomatoes. That don't go together." You know, but anyway.
Yeah, I mean hot dog. I mean, never ate no hot dog in Panama because we there,
we didn't know
eating
that.
fresh food.
Yeah.
So all these things, and then we start drinking milk and all of these things. So really, within a year of trying to adapt to this standard American diet, you know, my whole energy shifted. Because when I first came to the place, I'm athletic. I'm on the swimming team. I'm on the football team. You know, I'm on gymnastics. I'm on the track and field. But after a year, my stamina just dropped.
Yes.
So when I graduated from high school and I went off to college, well, I buck up with the hippies.
Oh, man.
and of course, the Black Power movement.
Oh.
And the anti-war, anti-Vietnam War movement.
I was there.
Well, every time we come to find out the Vietnam War was a food war. It was about rice. And then the hippies, back to the land, natural food, organic. And then the Black Power movement, oh man, the food that we find in our community is a weapon.
Yes.
They're killing us with these bad food. So all this consciousness was really what really started it and weave it with what I learned from home and started now reading about this whole new concept of vegetarianism. You know, back to the land, you know, let's seize the time and let's defend ourselves by first, you know, taking control of our mouth and what we put into it, what we put into our system. So it was basically a revolutionary move for me, you know, a very conscientious move to now defend my life and not kill myself or destroy myself and get sick through eating.
Yes.
So making that change in I think it was 1970, I stopped eating all animals. You know, no more fowl or goat or, you know, pig or any one of those
Nothing
things.
with face.
Nothing with face.
Yes.
Nothing that would run me down or would try to run away from me. They're telling me they don't really want a relationship with me. So what am I bothering about? So it took me about 6 years within that period now to, you know, as I got the knowledge to now stop cooking, you know, and getting into this, you know, live food, fresh food, raw food, and develop the whole concept now of sun-fired foods. So now it's been 39 years that me not eat no cooked food now, you know, and 45 years of not touching any animal flesh or anything of that nature.
39 years of not eating any cooked food.
No, as you know, cooked food. No cooked food. No bame, no rice, you know, no...
You know, I have listeners out there that when you say to them about live food or raw food, them say, then you eat the yam raw, or you eat the green banana raw, you know, and it's like, the concept that they have, it's just like if someone is a vegetarian, them say, they feel like you just eat cabbage and color every day.
Yeah. Well, so we have to bring them up to date. It's really all about education because the problem, well, you know, actually the whole situation that we're facing today when it comes to food and lifestyle and food choices, really the argument doesn't begin at vegetarianism.
Yes.
The argument goes back to the advent of fire. Before human beings developed the use of fire, you know, we never eat no cooked food.
Well, that is it. That is it.
We never eat no cooked food.
Yes.
And it's only been, human beings have been on this planet for at least 1 million years based on our ancestral history. And it's only been no more than 300,000 years since we've been using fire. So at least for 700,000 years, human beings never eat cooked food. So we're not cooked food eaters by nature. We've been experimenting, trying to figure out how to adapt to eating cooked food. And you see what go on. It sick us.
Yes.
It sick us, man.
Yes.
And not only sick us, it's even killing us, you know?
But Aris, the thing about you is that, let me tell you something. I think I have known you. I know it was some in the 70s. And I tried to think back. Where was the first place I met Aris? You know where it was? African Street Festival.
Yes. Yes, yes,
And the
yes.
thing about it is that you have not aged. And that was in the 1970s. You have not aged. So there must be something to this type of diet. One of the things that I would like to get to, because I don't want to leave it out, because a lot of the listeners here are overseas, a lot of them. And is there some sort of a way that they can come and be at Bayview? And for instance, I'm thinking about Grace, who is from Portland, and she comes maybe a week or 2 weeks, and she can go there and do a course.
Yeah, we're set up at Bayview so you can come and study, you can come and eat, you can come and rest, you can come and relax, you can detox. So the whole motto of Bayview is to rest, relax, and rejuvenate. So we do that through food, through eating. So right now we're still getting all the pieces in the groove. So we're going to really take off around June. I'm leaving Monday.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
For how long?
Well, I'm going to Argentina.
Look at that. Now.
Yeah, I'm going to Panama.
Oh,
See,
boy.
I've been engaged around the world teaching these classes and doing these workshops and things. So I'm not fully 100% integrated here in Jamaica as yet. But still, when I'm away, my students are going to keep the restaurant going. So you can go and you can still have, a bite or two while I'm away. But when I come back in mid-May, we're going to be starting the courses.
Okay.
So we're going to have classes on a regular basis, 3-4 times a week. We're going to have evening class, we're going to have morning class, we're going to have weekend class where you can come and have focus sessions where you learn how to make dressings, how you make nut milks, how to make different entrees, salads, dressings. So we're going to be having a schedule. We're going to be posting it on our website, which is sunfired.com, SUNFIRED. And also on Bayview Echo Resort website as well. So when we get those courses going, we definitely want to be able to see as many people, from the area come and take advantage, and even people from foreign, because we have certification courses as well. We have long intensive courses. You can come for a weekend course, or you can come for a week. We even have courses that run up to a month. Where you really come and get steep into the cuisine. We spend 3 to 6 hours a day, in the kitchen doing these food preparations, and also people who just want to come and relax and, so just eat the food for a week or 2 weeks or whatever. You can stay right with us at Bayview. We have a very beautiful garden set up at Bayview overlooking the Turtle Bay,
Oh, there's a garden there now,
Bay.
yes.
Yes. So
It's, I'm familiar with Bayview.
yeah, and we have a spa. We have a beautiful spa at Bayview, so we do certain spa treatments. We have a mud hole, so you can come and mud up.
What? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And that's just regular mud?
Well, no, it's actually, we have a volcanic clay, that's high in sulfur that we use, so it's very highly mineralized. It comes out of the Blue Mountain,
What does that do for you, Aris?
Well, what we do, we recommend that you just smear the clay all over your body. It's ready to use the way we have it made. So it's like a mud, so you just put it all over your body and you lay out in the sun and allow it to bake. So as it dries on your body, it's drawing toxins out of the cells and actually bringing them into the bloodstream, bringing them closer to the surface of the skin. So once you're fully dry, now we exfoliate the skin. So we use a dry brush like a loofah, or what they call the gourd,
yes.
Squash.
Strainer.
Yes. So we use that and we brush the skin very rigorously. And so that you see that the mud just come off like dust now. It's like a powder, But as you brush, now you're moving the toxins along and you're moving them out of the system because the skin is the largest organ of elimination.
Yes.
So doing the mud cleanse is very crucial. Then after that, we put you in the sauna, in the steam room. You go in the jacuzzi and you get a nice good massage. And then we just juice you up, because you're going to dehydrate. We want to rehydrate you and get you, on your way to to having a jump start into, you know, a wellness lifestyle.
Okay. Grace is looking at you in Georgia. She's in Georgia and she says, wow, he looks good.
Yeah, well, thank you, Grace. You
Yeah.
know, it's amazing, you know. Sister P was saying, you know, I don't show the age. You know, I'm now 68, you know, proud 68. And, you know, the energy, the vibration, the stamina that I have, you know, I can run with, you know, men even half my age, you know. so basically, the body is a machine. It's a marvelous machine. And if you don't abuse it, you don't wear and tear it. And if you're not putting food into the body that was not designed for the body to process. So as we mentioned earlier, you mentioned the yam. Oh, some people can't conceptualize, oh, this man are going to eat some raw yam. Well, first of all, you're only eating yam because you have the power of fire. Yam is really not food.
Yes.
It's a root. It's a starch.
Yes.
It's glue. It's cement. So, yeah, you can heat it, you can boil it and pump water into it, and you eat it when it's soft, but it's going to dehydrate, and it get hard, and it gets stiff. So, hence, you have the arthritis. You have the high blood pressure. You have the diabetes. You have all of these things. Because even the green banana, when you are taking a green banana and you're boiling it, you're actually trying to force ripe it because you didn't allow it to finish cooking. You didn't allow it to ripen on the tree. So it's not sun-fired. It is still a starch. It's not a fruit. It has not been converted into sugar. It's not been pre-digested. It is still a complex or complicated carbohydrate. So your body now, because even though you boil it and you make it soft that you can eat it, your body now still have to turn that starch, that green banana, that Trelawney yam, your body has to turn it into sugar. So I tell you what, if you're going to eat yam like that, you better get out there and bolt. Run like a Usain Bolt, because that's the only way you can take that yam and turn it into sugar. You know, the body was not designed to process starch on that level. That's why we have fruits. We have mangoes.
Sense, you know.
We have pineapples.
Yeah.
We have direct sugar. We have sugar cane.
You're talking sense, you know, because anytime you see Cassidy, the ears start perk up and him start tuning in, you know. I have to tell him nobody listen. Then tune in, you know, so I can really hearing something. I'm really hearing something. But Aris, I have been around you and I've seen you do your thing. And one thing that always stuck in my mind was that you were talking about not just the Irish. Is it the Irish that the starch from it can pace up things?
Yeah, look, the Irish or even the cassava, you know, the yuca, you know, that you take and you make the bami. That's a good concept right there, to really pound the starch out of it and you're using the bami. The bami is a great concept. So this is one way that we can process these kind of foods and remove. Yeah, starch is glue. You know, them used to make you to starch your clothes.
Yes.
So what you can use it to start your body stiff the way we do, and you get hunchback and all of these other things then because you start stiff. You bend over and you bend up and you can't straighten back out. But yes, you can take it and just make glue for wallpaper to glue up your things on
your
the
posters.
wall or whatever. Your posters. Yeah. Rather than gluing up your arteries, gluing up your veins and sealing them down and closing down the circulatory system. So you're gonna end up with this glue mixed with cholesterol, you know, meat and potato, you know, and you end up with this high blood pressure because your arteries are so small now, they clog up with all the starch and fat that now eventually you have to get a bypass surgery and all them things, trying to cut them things out of the system.
You know, I have a couple of listeners. Well, Karen, first of all, I know that this sounds fabulous. So when you come, I hope you and I can really go to Bayview and if it's even for learn how to make the dressings, if it's even one thing we can learn. I learned one thing from Aris many years ago, and I never forgot it. Is the planting with the lime and and that one. And quite recently I had that. And I said, but Aris, this tastes different from the first time one that I used to have. And he said to me, yes, Sister P, because there is seaweed in there now. It was delicious. It was delicious. Not to mention the pies. Every time I think, because I have a sweet tooth. No, you cannot deny it. You know, you can't go around and hide and all those things. I talk it on this program all the while, except I know how to control it. That's the difference with me and a lot of other people. I know how to deal with it. But Aris, the pies. Let's just talk about the pies.
Well, we call them paradise pies.
Paradise pies, yes, yes. Because the crust is made from what was it? Sunflower seeds? What was it?
Sunflower seed is really what's available in your marketplace because here in Jamaica we use the almonds, the Jamaican almonds.
Oh, they use the almonds.
We use the almonds. Yeah, and you can just it's a nut or seed with a dry fruit. So we dehydrate pineapple and take the dry pineapple and grind it down with the Jamaican almonds, and we get a pineapple almond crust. So it's sweet, it's bound together, and we dehydrate it, so it actually looks like it's baked. It looks like a cooked crust. And
Wow.
and we put just a little cinnamon in there.
For those of us who don't have a dehydrator, how can you do that? By putting it in the sun?
You put it in the sun. Just get a piece of glass, slice your pineapple, put it on a piece of glass, and put it out in the sun. Within 6 hours, your pineapple gets dehydrated. But you have to slice it thin, because you're just taking the moisture out so you can concentrate the sugar. So rather than buying raisins and dates from foreign and all this, but if you're in foreign, yes, you can use your dried fruits over there and just combine it with a seed or nut. And there you have it, a good pie crust that don't have no milk, no eggs, no butter, no cheese, none of them killer foods.
Yes, and then I remember that we had the coconut, and then you put layers. I remember one layer was naseberry, and then another layer, but it can be any fruit.
Any fruit.
Yes,
Yeah,
I just
you
want to
layer it with
encourage
fruits, yes.
listeners, that you can actually do. Aris, let's take a break. It's 11 o'clock. Let's take a break and come back.
Presently, you are listening to the spiritual vibrations with your host, Sista P. All tune in, including he, she, and the old lady. Styles FM to the world.
Architects, draftsmen, and surveyors, get your drawings printed in high-quality professional standards. We can satisfy your printing needs. Whether it is for presentation to your clients or for submitting building and subdivision application, make it VJ Printing Services. Whether drawing by hand or with computer-aided softwares, we will plot your negatives and print the copies as you need. We do high-quality white paper printing that is water-resistant and never fades, unlike traditional blueprint. For more information, call VJ Printing at 893-2266.
Sunday Peppering on Stars FM 96.1. Sundays 8 to 12 midnight. To begin the work week, only on Stars FM.
Do you have or are you seeking a place to rent, seeking employment or have a job vacancy? Are you selling a car or having a garage sale? Then come see us. Let Styles do the advertising for you and you'll be on your way in no time. Contact us at 876-286-9216 or 439-5160. Advertising Style. Advertise with Styles.
Remember Styles FM on social media. View us on YouTube, Styles FM Radio. Follow us on Instagram at Styles FM. Like us on Twitter at Styles FM 961. Become a fan on Facebook, Styles FM 96.1.
You're tuned in to Spiritual Vibration with Sista P.
questions here. Denise in New Jersey, who is she listens to this program every week. She wants to know that if someone comes to stay at Bayview Villas for a night, can they make an appointment to do the clay detox
Yes, most definitely.
while at the hotel?
Yes, most definitely. You, when you book your stay at the hotel, you mention to the attendant, to the receptionist, that you're interested in a spa treatment, and specify the mud treatment, and they would make an arrangement to make an appointment for you during the time of your stay. Bayview, you can call Bayview at 876-993-3118. That's
Grace, yeah, go ahead.
876-993-3118.
Then we have a call here. We have a text here from Montreal. Let me get back to this. Please search and talk to us about raw food curing cancer. A lot of people in a final case of cancer, they basically need the cure.
Yeah, well, first of all, I'm a doctor of food science. I'm a food scientist, and I don't traditionally practice sick care at all. So what we do with raw food is that we're educators, and we teach you how to address your eating system. The whole principle and concept behind eating a clean cuisine, such as sun-fired cuisine, is that most diseases are caused by food. If you research and you look at what is the actual cause of cancer, I mean, many doctors would say there's no known cause of cancer, but that is because their orientation did not bring them into that certain level of understanding, because they know nothing about food. They were not educated about food. So a lot of the diseases that are the cause from food, they are not familiar with how to really deal with it. So cancer are scavenger cells that the body develop to basically neutralize toxins in the body. So once you start eating all raw foods, you're not generating the excessive amount of toxins in the body that you would get from eating cooked foods, and especially animal-based products itself. So the body pretty much is totally self-healing, and it would correct itself on its own once you stop challenging it and once you really address the cause rather than the symptoms and the other things that are associated with these types of medical situations.
Somebody wants to know what the cost. Can they just call you or call Bayview to find out what is the cost?
Yeah, you can just call Bayview and you would get the information on the cost. But going to Bayview's website, BayviewEcoResort.com, you would see the cost of the accommodations and also the cost of the spa treatments as well there.
And for listeners who do not have access to the internet, you can call Bayview.
Yes, you can call at 876-993-3118.
What I'm particularly interested in for myself, Iris, for instance, I have a young lady who is at my restaurant. And good morning, Shani, and give thanks for being there for me while the restaurant is open while I'm on the air, listeners. To send her to send her up on the weekend to learn some of the things. Is that possible?
Yes, that is very possible. That's what we're there for. See, first and foremost, what I do is I'm an educator.
Yes.
And if you go to the Oxford Encyclopedia of Food and Drink, in the world, they acclaim me as the father of ethical gourmet raw food cuisine, who has trained thousands of chefs since we started Sunfire Cuisine in Harlem in 1979. So we've trained quite a few chefs even right here in Jamaica. We have students that have restaurants all over the world.
Aurora comes to mind immediately.
Oh yes, me hungry.
Yes, me hungry in
Yes,
in Kingston. Yes, that comes to mind right
Yeah,
away.
and if you're in Atlanta, you can go to Tassili's Raw Reality.
Mhm.
If you're in Washington, D.C., there's Kepler's Raw Food and Juice Bar. You know,
Mhm.
we have students all over the world. You know, down in Argentina, you have Raw Club Buenos Aires. You know, we
Mhm.
have students in Spain. We have students in India. You go, you go to Vegan R restaurant down in Chennai, and you'll see the creations of the sun-fired cuisine. I was in India back in December, and we trained 65 chefs.
Wow.
60 at the Radisson Blue Hotel. These are top chefs from the South Indian Culinary Association that invited me to come and train them in raw food. Indians are the masters of vegetarian cooking
I
throughout
know.
the world.
I know,
But
Iris.
raw food, they've never touched that yet till I landed in
And
India.
some of you, I know that you have worked with some very famous people in terms of raw food.
Yes, well, you know, actually, some of my favorite, you know, students, I've said some amazing things about what I do. You know, my dear brother, Dick Gregory.
Dick Gregory.
Dick Gregory
Yes,
said,
yes.
man, Dick Gregory said, look, if God was to come back to this planet, I will locate sun-fired foods because this food is exactly what godliness is about.
Yes,
you know, so
yes.
him said, but my dear sister, Cicely Tyson.
Cicely Tyson.
Yeah, when I
yes.
went to see her play on Broadway, you know, a couple of years ago, she introduced me backstage to her friends. She said, look, because, you know, she came and took a certification course with me in New York. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
man, she spent a whole week with me getting certified in raw food. She's like our premier vegetarian queen. The woman been a vegetarian for at least 60 years. But she just turned to the audience and she said, look, you see this man here? This is the god of food. Boy, she floor me. The floor. I said, but you know, but see what it's really all about. It's sun-fired foods. Really, the sun is the god of food.
Yes.
And I'm just an artist here who bring it and make it, you know, palatable and associate it with modern cuisine standards. We just bring it on a certain level and deliver it. But say, you know.
Iris, you have a website?
Yeah, the website is Sunfired. SUNFIRED. Just go to sunfired.com and you'll see all about what I've been doing over the years. And I have a whole bunch of works all over the internet. You go to YouTube and punch in my name and, you know, there's unlimited videos. You don't even have to come to me to learn what to do. A lot of my students have posted workshops, you know, so, you know, you come to one of my workshops, you bring your camera, you can film it and do whatever you want with it, you know, because my whole thrust is that this is the people's food. You know, and I'm just the handler, the
Yes.
agent, the packager,
Yes,
you know.
yes,
so
yes,
really not
yes.
my thing, you know.
Yes, yes. How nice it would be. I have some listeners of people like Taria and Denise and Karen and Grace, to think of some of them who we could all get together one weekend up at Bayview and we just do the course. Iris,
Yes.
anything else that you want to say to listeners?
Well, it's just one thing that I just want to really make you be clear about, and that is that it's not the food in your life. It's not how much food is on your plate. It's not the food in your life, but it's actually the life in your food that nourishes.
Okay.
So you can't eat cooked food, dead food, and expect to get life from it.
Well, that is it.
So
That
let's
is
you know, let's live, you know. It's all about living, and that's what we're here to do. And we're not here to kill ourselves, especially to dig our grave with our fork.
You know what that reminds, with a little fork, not a big fork, reminds me of the environmentalists having a meeting and they have nothing but styrofoam plates that they're putting the stuff in. You know, it's just, it's everything is holistic. Yes.
Yes.
Well, Aris, it's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure. I have to admit, every time I try to go raw, I feel like I need, you get used to that belly full feeling of carbohydrates.
Yes.
You know, but you do something interesting with pumpkin because you do pumpkin we can eat uncooked.
Yes.
Because
yes.
you sort of shred it, right?
Shred it fine. Saying like you would shred some carrot, you know, some
Yes.
beetroot, just shred it fine. I mean, pumpkin is a fruit. you know, and it don't have the heavy starch, you know, so it's
Yes.
easy. You know, so when we do certain things, we would make a pizza and we shred up some pumpkin and put it on there, and it looked like cheese. You know, and we even take ackee. We take ackee, raw ackee, and we make ackee cheese. So we have the Jamaican.
That I know, yes, that
yeah,
I
we have
know how
the
to do.
Jamaican
Yes.
bigger, which is, looks like a burger, but you see we have slice of yellow cheese pan there. That's just ackee that we put on there.
And what is the burger? What do you use for the bread?
Well, we use a sprouted spelt, or you can use sprouted quinoa. You use a grain, and we mix it with sunflower seeds.
Okay.
You know, so we do like a nice onion bread. You know, we just try to stay away from the wheat, but whether it's rye or you know barley or any of the light grains, you just sprout them and then you make like a pancake batter with it. You just blend it after you sprout it, and you put it in the dehydrator.
There's a raw food, a live food restaurant in Harlem. I went to it last year when I was in New York, and I'll tell you, they did what they call a cheese cake.
Yes.
Mirrored. I tell you, that thing was so nice.
Oh yes.
Yes, it's 113th Street somewhere over there in St. Nicholas.
You know, there's no limit to what you could do with this food. You know, I mean, you come up with a whole lot more variety, a whole lot more creation. It's really boundless. It's limitless. You know, so it's a fun cuisine.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, man.
Yes, it is. And it's colorful.
Oh,
That's what I
very
said.
colorful.
It's so
yes,
colorful.
bright and impactful, penetrating. I mean, you know, but I mean, that's what it's all about. You know, it's really about getting a good balanced nutrition. And there's no better way to know that you're balancing your nutrition than to just eat the spectrum of the rainbow.
I want to say good morning to Miss Bennett in the Swift River Post Office and Miss B. Yeah, man. They come with me. Me and you going to go up a Bayview and we're going to learn something. Come in, know, so you're a lady that love to eat proper. Aris, give out your number one more time. Give out Bayview number one more time.
Yes, Bayview's number is 993-3118. 993-3118. My website is sunfired.com. And, you know, we'll be doing some live streaming. Actually, when I am in Argentina, we're doing live stream. We do classes in Spanish as well. And we have a whole group of people coming from Argentina, Brazil, Colombia. They come in July. So we're having a big Spanish raw food retreat, you know, at Bayview, Spanish language retreat at Bayview. So, you know, we're bringing in people to the area, you know, and we want to show off what we have here, you know, because Bayview and Portland is very bountiful. You know, we have all the jelly coconuts and the mangoes and the pears and I mean, you name it. And a lot of it is just naturally organic, just wild food. So we want to show it off and really, you know, let the world know the treasure that we have here in Jamaica in the parish of Portland.
Aris, thank you ever so much. And so you're going away on Monday. You're coming back mid-May.
Yes, yes.
And I know one of my listeners is coming sometime in May. I don't see her texting. It's very unusual for her, but she's been busy at work lately, so that's about it. But so this way now we can get together and come up there.
Yes, well, I look forward to sharing with everyone, and just keep your eyes open. We have some other big things planned for Portland, you know, so we're going to be really just rolling it out. We're setting up a juice bar as well, and this one is going to be on the road. You know,
on the road.
On the road. So
hey,
you'll see us. You'll
yeah,
see
man.
us. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
so,
man. Give thanks.
All right.
Aris, give thanks. Yes, good to see you again. Safe travel.
Yes,
what
thank
else?
you.
Enough success.
True.
I have to come learn again. Remember, somebody did something with you one time already. I mean, know, like a something, but not expert. But I have to come and sort of get back into it.
Looking forward, sister. Love you so much.
Love you too, my brethren. Been a long relationship.
Yes. Irie.
Oh no 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 no.
Never gonna conquer why. Till you rise to my like superfly. John belly full, come get your belly full. Come and get your draw and get your full. Funny not to get a warrior. So I'm your Rasta and Taria. Rasta dread the folly. Moving down the alley. Smoke up your galley. Got to be jolly.
Rasta see them a come. Oh no, they can conquer dreadlocks. Oh no, they can conquer heart. Oh no no, oh no no, oh no no.
One way to rise, it's two bowl of red peas and two pieces of raw meat. Got to find some butter under them feet. Until you're not it when you got to cool off the heat. But them and them can conquer right. I and I can treat them dry. Never can they conquer high. Until the new lion and the super fly. Teach me to conquer them. Teach me to conquer them.
Them a try, we conquer high. But oh no no, they can conquer dreadlocks. Oh no no, oh no no.
Still Marcus Garvey, them sell out Marcus Messiah Garvey. But Garvey come food for Wednesday King. For the wicked gonna play them funny game. Not the dread and the warrior. So the wicked can't carry on. We will drive a lorry, the wicked got to sorry. The wicked cannot carry, got to sleep while giving how we sound.
Rasta see them a come.
Too bad, but you win the one.
You're tuned in to Spiritual Vibration with Sista P.
Rasta see them a come, but they can conquer high.
Marie says, Sister P, this is education at its best. You know, this is what I really like doing. And so I try to bring to listeners something that is different from what is out there. Because everybody else just does what everybody else does. But, you know, some of us just want to take life from a different angle. Because the regular way don't seem to be working.
But you don't see his heart. Yeah. You see a man's face, but you don't know his thoughts.
You don't just stay there and break it to heart. Just take it all apart. So you really want to love to see the man's face. So it's no humanity waste in this disgrace.
I want to give a shout out to Donna in Florida. Donna called in on the US and Canada line, and she said she never misses this program. And, you know, just encourage me to do what I'm doing. And I just want to say, Donna, publicly, I want to say thank you for the encouragement.
Keep on moving and rocking, cause you want to see me shocking. So you really rock and see the art, and you break it all apart. So you take it to your heart, and you don't get caught. Say you never want to see my face. If you want to live along the race, lead up, baby, all over.
Everywhere you go, there's a man to say love.
All about the glory I love.
Never take it to part.
See it? Why your heart is not your heart, and your touch is not your touch. Even if you don't want to tear it all apart, say I'd love to give you my whole heart. Baby said, like you didn't want to move all over, from the white lips of clover. Said I'm gonna dub you like you didn't want to do. Said you are said. So you really want to see the man's face, but you know we want to see his heart, baby. I'll give you my whole heart to chew. Never will I turn my back on you. Neither will I let you be blue. Yeah. One time.
No dance when you speak, you know that ones the river, this your music and sounds gonna make you live a move. So open your eyes if you're wise, and then you can realize sound economize. Come on down with me, cause I'll make you free. This a musical jamboree. If you are young or old, you gotta make the good time roll. For this a rhythm, yeah, a really solid gold. The wise man built his house upon the rock. Oh my God, give them a tata. The wise man built his house upon the rock. The house stand firm, cannot be removed. The foolish man like was built his house upon the sun. The rain came and the wind blow. And see the foolish man built his house upon the sun. When the storm came, the house was washed away. As he got to live alone, for man and man it's time and turn. And see, even if you got a passion, your heart got to burn. Daniel was thrown in the lion's den. A pity for his faith, for that's what he defended. As his Samson was stripped by the light.
You're tuned in to Spiritual Vibration, Styles FM 96.1 with Sister P. It's styly, it's fiery. Jennifer Barrett said that.
The approaching lunchtime signal is brought to you by Zilla's Kitchen. Located at Bridge Street, Port Antonio, they're open 24/7. Call and place your order at 453-6030. That's 453-6030. The time by Zilla's Kitchen is
11:31.
I and I no run competition. I man father send I on a mission. This is Ever G, and you're listening to Styles FM, the world station. Check out my albums World Peace, Independence, Mission, and Jah Love on iTunes and Amazon. Blessed love.
Planning a party? club night out, stage show, a gospel concert, or even a business sales event, let Styles FM be a part of your promoting tool. Take advantage of our low-priced promotion packages with commercials, interviews, giveaways, reviews, and much more. We have special offers when you mix and match and bundle your options. Contact us at 876-286-9216 or 439-5160. Styles FM for the most effective way to exploit your marketing dollar.
Remember Styles FM on social media. View us on YouTube, Styles FM Radio. Follow us on Instagram at Styles FM. Like us on Twitter at Styles FM 961. Become a fan on Facebook, Styles FM 96.1.
Okay, as promised, I just wanted people to text in or call in to say what they think of President Obama's visit to Jamaica. Sandra just called to show me something on Twitter that's basically, the Chinese have been investing very heavily on this side of the world. They have loaned the Jamaican government millions, probably billions of Jamaican dollars to improve infrastructure. And there was a very interesting article in the New York Times about 3 years ago. In other words, America has to catch up. America has to catch up. So I want to go with the first text that I have here. And it says, "Morning. Big up Obama first to visit our country. Even though it'll cause a stir." And then, of course, I guess this is a shout out to the promoter, Rhythm Boss, and Barrington Garner. Okay, that's it. I also wanted to say that Miss Brian had said earlier, Sister P, I try to be a part of the change every day. So I instill pride in my students and make them understand that they determine their destiny. That is so good. Okay, we're still waiting for your messages or phone calls to see how you feel about the President of the United States visiting Jamaica. Okay, Cassidy, where are we now? Where are you from? I guess you can go back to the IROI. Or we can just start at the top, what was my original intention with the Big Youth X90s. Somebody did really have one serious dub session here this morning. In the lawn, I always talk about it. When my man just stand up and just scan, and you have the one hot beer in one hand. I can't call the name of the beer, come in and advertise on nobody. And that's the thing they'd set. Them time, Jamaica people never know about cocaine and them something there, so. And when them something start come, Jamaica people start jump up and down like Energizer Bunny. We used to cool and calm and before all of that, so. Come back up at the Big Youth, make we just take it easy now. I make me dub people them full joy themselves this morning.
Zion, I'm on a hook, I'm on a boss, right now with the moonlight. With the wild, right on, highway. But don't you ride like lightning? Man, if you ride like lightning, it'll flash like thunder. So come on down along the way, now the song a little ways I would play. Cause someone coming down the town to lead the ways I would read the baby, yo. Wow, baby! Come put your baby. Come people, baby. I keep on you a whole lot to say. so. So all I'm bold, so you got to give me so. I tell you, da 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 wow wow. Live it up, da 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 wow wow. Da 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 wow. Live it up, da 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 wow wow. Live it up, da 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 wow wow rock. Someone call the Jawa rappers out with me. Da 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 da. You got to live with them for long. The ways I would really do you. Wow, baby. Oh, God. Goodness gracious. What that? Songs I would say. Da 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 da. Wow, wow, wow. Da da da. Live it up, da 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 da. Wow, wow, wow. I tell you da. Play, brother, play. Maybe you call it musical disco for day. Musical this is I would say. They're coming down along the song as I would play. Yeah! Snitchy baba ditty booty. Wow, baby, do-be.
Okay. Okay, Denise. This is you. Give thanks for participating. And she says, while it's great the president chose to visit our country, we do not need, oops, every day I complain about this phone now. Every day I complain about it. We do not need to spend money we don't have for a few hour visit. We have our own kids. And or other people in our own country who could use this money. You know, they did a thing, they did a poll and found that 62%, the last I saw, of Jamaicans felt that we had gone overboard. I'm telling you, there are a lot of people, it was like God was coming. That's the way people were expressing themselves and saying, why all of this spending? But it was a text that's the Twitter that Sandra just showed me a while ago explained everything to me. Because the Chinese are investing so heavily. What the Twitter there, Sandra, let me read it. Yeah, she finding it there for me. Because you see, about set of people, you see, anything with them, some people where them consider, first of all, them consider big people and little people. And them consider themselves as part of the little people. So anything that the big people say, them just follow. We don't think. There's no thinking ability. And how come I not see Peter Mackenzie this morning say nothing to me about what's going on here? Because I know say him is a man where supposed to look out what's going on here, so. I mean, as I keep saying, give thanks that we're in Portland. Because I don't know how me would have feel about it. Monday time I say I have to lock down my business and me can't come out of my yard. I don't care who it is, I would not feel good. Sandra, how come to take us along? Wait a sec. All right. From the Cassidy, turn me down. The New York Times published a piece exactly 3 years ago this week about international affairs that continues to be of great interest. A brand new $35 million stadium opened here in the Bahamas a few weeks ago, a gift from the Chinese government. You know somebody can manage them? Oh, wow, this is either Chris or Eva or Ray. Styles FM, good morning. Cassidy, this line, why this line is like this? It's the internet?
No. Must the internet. Because one ended towards a different frequency of for right now. This but you don't mention Sister P. You can hear me?
Boy, it's Cassidy, tell me this to the line breaking up, and Cassidy telling me that is the internet that is causing it. Because the
You're not
it's
in the clearly.
he said that is the internet that is causing it. I sure wish I had international on my phone so I could have called you back. I'm telling you I have nothing on my phone. Because you're breaking
You
up.
can call the local number now. Now, 2 minutes.
All right, call the local number there for me. All right?
All
I
right.
want to hear what you have to say.
Yes.
All right, as Denise say, okay, I have a call coming in. Let me just take Chris here. I think it's Chris. Styles FM.
Yeah, greetings, Sista P, Chris again.
Yes.
Go
on now.
What's my opinion? You hear me?
Yes, me hearing you loud and clear.
Yeah, me want to mention something about the Chinese situation we are going at Jamaica. You know, say, 2 days ago, I read with a Mexican friend of mine, and he explained to me, say, the Chinese man, them, they come to Mexico one time to come do the same kind of contract work, and the Mexican government sign a deal with them to them do the work, fix the place and them things there. And none of the Mexican people, them never get no work. When the Mexican people find out about that, they make a move towards the government, and the president of Mexico did have to run away. When end up doing and find refuge, in call back the Chinese government and make them know that they must go moving people them out of Mexico because the people them not stand feet and them are going to face all this violence, outrage and things. So what the Chinese government did in return was taking people them out of Mexico, but then end up telling the Mexican government to listen, you already signed the deal. But even though we're not doing the work, you have to pay back our money. So it makes me kind of look on Jamaica the same way because they are coming there to do the work. Now Jamaicans not get no work. They are going to end up on turning on rob and kill the Chinese people and they have to go run with. So Porsche can't give them enough security to give them work. So what's going to happen now? Jamaica got in now work at it because the work now going to get done and she has to go pay back the Chinese them money to work when it get done. So this Vision 2030, what they matter about now, it looks like it's in a jeopardy unless we as returning residents take it up on ourselves and bring our little nickel and muckle and make Vision 2030 work. What the government do, I'm not feel say it as a work because it's not benefit people. It can take money out of the country instead of put money back in the country and I sell it out to the Chinese. The Chinese, they make a big move, you know, because them owe up the US owe the Chinese government $23 trillion. And then still I make money off of other countries like if them are coming to Jamaica and certain other small islands. So Jamaica people them have to wake up now and start look what really are going on. Don't get happy when Mexican people are coming and fix up the country because it come at a cost.
Everything comes at a cost. Everything comes at a cost.
Yeah. So we just want to express that to the people so them know what really are going to get an idea of what are going. So we now can get up and start doing what we have to do to our people.
That is it, you know. That is it, you know, Chris. That is it. We have to get up and do what we have to do for ourselves and stop this everlasting dependency. This dependency syndrome. Yeah. It can't work because everything come at a cost. Everything come at a cost. And it's a real sellout something.
And them are really look for Jamaica as a big outlet to them because, you know, the Chinese people, and the main thing is farming. And Jamaica perfect for that. So, whereas them are going to go, they don't want American land because American style.
What is, Sandra, what is something there? Wait.
Huh?
Yeah, you know, yeah, because...
I'm on the road where I tell me the same thing and I see them ideally, they have to give the information to start getting something and start treating it because they're not even letting no one man happy. They end up stand up there talking to me over a half hour. They will them happy to meet me and hear the knowledge what I give back to him. And I introduce him to styles and hear show. The man said I got stream because right now I come land me and looking at the North Coast of Scotland. a Spanish town to come from, but me no want to go back there to the list. I might try to look for a place, a piece of land, a Poland to buy, because I might look to go home back right now.
Yeah.
You know, and knowledge are share, and some of the people them might wake up, but we need more people to open them eyes.
That is the thing that happened to us now, Chris. We need more people to open them eyes. And you know, unfortunately, that the most of us who our eyes are opened or got opened is because we had to travel out of Jamaica for our eyes to be opened. You know, more than just when you stay here, you know, really, you don't really get the thing. You just take it for
Yeah, them don't get it, and the next thing to stop you. So the people them when they hear I say them now go back to Jamaica because too much violence. Okay. Remember say about 4 different black people get killed by police in the last 12 months. And to stop the just part, and next one get shot 3 times and I'm back. And I'm back, you know. I run from the police and I know what's on in the hand.
Yes,
so
Mr.
when you feel like so
yes.
you back to your country, you have to stay your hand dead. Because the violence where you run from in your country, you know, with work in America. You just feel to realize it. The place where you come from actually safer than here. So. And the racism that they are Jamaica.
Well, I wouldn't say that, you know. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. But anyway, I want to go ahead and let listeners hear something here. Just in terms of you talking about the Chinese. So let me just go through with this, Chris, and give thanks for participating. All right?
Yes, Sista P, I see.
As is. Okay, to let listeners know, it says China's economic might has rolled up to America's doorstep in the Caribbean with a flurry of loans from state banks, investments by companies, and outright gifts from the government in the form of new stadiums, roads, official buildings, ports, and resorts in a region where the United States has long been a prime benefactor. And this most definitely includes Jamaica, where a Chinese company has invested heavily in sugar estates and where the Chinese government has loaned Jamaica several $100 million in loans for infrastructure. We are, of course, far removed from a Cold War environment in which 2 global superpowers battled for influence and alliances around the globe. But the broader dynamic is not dissimilar. It's clear that China sees itself as a 21st century power and is eager to establish and make inroads just about everywhere, including the Caribbean. This is a part of American foreign policy that isn't often discussed, which Republicans tend to ignore, and which the White House cares deeply about in a very quiet way. So we see and we get to understand more, because one of the things that we know, while we know a lot about orange and green politics, you see world politics, like how they try to think that we fool when the man threw the bag over the U.S. Embassy place the last week. No. See? The things that China has been doing. Dominica received a grammar school, renovated hospital, and a sports stadium. Antigua and Barbuda got a power plant and a cricket stadium, and a new school is on its way. I mean, it goes on and goes on. So, you know that, as Denise says, them America don't give you nothing for nothing. So it go. So, but I think that if we start to think globally, we will more understand now. And Chongi says the Chinese are everywhere, even on styles. I think we're talking about a different breed of people here, Chongi. You're born in Jamaica. Think of people them born in Jamaica. This is a new coming. I suspect the person. This is Ruth Maddow from MSNBC. And she says that I suspect the U.S. president was thinking along similar lines when he agreed to visit Jamaica. The Caribbean has a new suitor, and the White House very likely wants to remind Jamaicans and others of the United States' long-standing ties to the region. So maybe that's what this is all about. Yes, it's always some. Keep your calls coming. Keep your texts. You mean your texts coming. I even have to check my regular phone because I know people like ever. What is time I say? We just received $1,200 from online at digitaljamaica.com. But what is this? Let me really go check for see that. Everybody jealous? Well, let me tell you something. I finally get Digital to stop sending me all of them something there, you know. I finally get that. I really see if I get money. I them just want me do something to get the $1,200. Yeah, I really get it. Whoa, I win something. Nobody call me and beg me none. No, Cassidy, Sandra are not giving away none. And who sent me this? Oh, who sent me this? No, them all of them phone is already talk about to me. What? I have to go read good and see. Anyway, if China continues to invest the way it is doing in the Caribbean, the U.S. is almost making itself irrelevant to the region. This, the Summit of the Americas begins tomorrow, and Obama will meet with the different people. But out of this whole thing, I think what really upset me is how they move these people off the street, carry them go to Bellevue, and give them the injection that made them immobile. That one they get to me really bad. Really bad. Mm-hmm. So keep your texts coming in, keep your calls coming in. Eva, where are you? Ray, I don't hear you say nothing. You're always saying something. One of the things that came out of this program this morning is listeners' love for their country. Listeners' love for their country. Okay, one next text, I hope they not take away my money, you know. That happen, you know. But them will give it to you and then take you away. You know, it looks like me really get it because them all give me the best friend thing. So, me don't know. Me don't know. Somebody love me this morning. I love you too. Mm-hmm. Yes. It came out, I don't think that I've ever done a program where Jamaicans have shared so much of their love for this country. And as so many of you have said, you didn't know the love of your country until you went away. We have been through a lot as a nation. We certainly have been through a lot as a nation. But now that we kind of realize and see what's really going on out there, listen, nobody put on back the dark glasses and just get on the motorcade and just nothing. This country is in deep trouble. We owe a lot of money. Millions, billions. That's the one I play and one I not play. Did you play Conquering Dub? Can play that now? That cannot take me out. Caller. Hello.
Hello, Sista P.
Yes.
Good afternoon or good morning to you.
Anyone, love you both. Love them. Love anyone you say. Well, how can I help you? And what is it that you have to say?
Well, I believe, I thank the Chinese for the investment and doing in Jamaica. You understand?
Yes.
Because when you look at China and you look at Jamaica, And China doing a lot of investment around the world. And they're doing it for security purposes. It's when China do all this investment to these countries, and when a vote come up in the UN, China gonna look to these nations that them help. That is China security.
So in other words, they're not doing it for the nation. They're doing it because they're looking for something.
Of course, America, when America do something for you,
We're not talking about America now, brethren. We're talking about China now. In other words, it's not because they love us. It's because they want us to vote with them at the United Nations.
Yeah. Anytime any country do something for you, they want something in return. Doesn't matter who it is. You understand? It doesn't matter who it is. They want something back from you.
So in other words, basically, we need to start thinking about doing things ourselves then.
Ourselves, exactly.
That which is a total different issue, because then if they are going to do things for us, and I can tell you, they don't. All the money go back to their country. We owe them millions of dollars.
You're talking about billions.
Yes.
No millions.
And we give them
billions.
Yes, and the prime real estate in the watershed area in Ocho Rios. I mean, is it worth it?
You know something? You know, sometimes you have to give a little to gain a little, you know? Honestly, you have to give a little to gain something. But what we need to do as a nation is curb our crime rate. Curb our crime rate so the people that living overseas can come back and do something for them country.
Brethren, we are not going to curb our crime rate. You see? Until we start to deal with the illiteracy and the corrupt system in this country, because these are things that are breeding the crime rate. Who started all of this shooting against them one another? It wasn't just the ordinary people. They're not them.
Politicians. Started politicians. You know? It gets out of control, escalate, violence escalates and them things, eh?
So aren't those the things that we need to correct rather than trying to get people feel sorry for we and throw some handout and I'm going to play this song, leave the crumbs alone, because what we're getting is crumbs. You know, I mean, like, hey, we owe everybody. I forgot the figure that we owe the IMF. You know, do you know that we are paying to the IMF more than what we are getting from them now each year?
Of course. If you do economics, you know, economics 101 will tell you that. Primarily that we paying more than what we getting back.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes. And I'm sure that the same situation goes with the Chinese. You see, brethren, I really feel that it is us as Jamaicans. I know that you give thanks for the Chinese, but I do not give thanks for when I see people in my community who do not spend in my community. I don't give thanks for that.
Hey, I tell you something. Anywhere you go all over Jamaica, it's Chinese business people. You understand? You're gonna run into I see a prominent Jamaican store shut down all over the country, except for one that left. You know, only one store have left in the island, and it's a shame. Everything else is owned by Chinese. When are we gonna stand up? When are we gonna fight for what we believe in? But once again, our people need to educate themselves, business-like, cut out the corruption, cut out the greed, cut out the violence, and we will be a better, prospering nation.
You see, brethren, that is exactly what I'm saying. That is where we need to start. We don't need to start by hand out some other people that we owe them. So I don't know about that. I can't say that I give thanks to any of these people. I give thanks to us, Jamaican people, when we start to move. Anyway, I have to run because it's time for the midday.
Sista P.
Yes. Where are you calling from?
Old Harbour, man. Old Harbour.
So you're hearing us in Old Harbour?
Yeah, man. Piping through the net, you know?
Okay. Yeah, man. Give thanks.
Yeah.
All right? Yes.
Yeah, man. Bless.
Yes.
Yeah? All right.
in to Spiritual Vibration with Sister P.
This is the inspirational moment on Styles FM.
Pursue your dreams. Eventually, they will turn into reality. You have the ability to accept or reject. So accept positive things or positive-minded people who will inspire you.
That was the inspirational moment on Styles FM.
Sister P unto the end of time. You're listening to Sister P on Styles and 96 FM. The spiritual vibration. Sister P on your dial every time. Spirituality.
Mr. Brown, the work material done, you know. What me fi do?
Check Robinson's and Sons Hardware, man. Them have everything you need and more. They are at 18 West Palm Avenue, Port Antonio, Portland. Paints, nails, doors, everything to meet your hardware needs and much more. Call them at 993-9763 or 382-6209 and email them at sandrhardware@gmail.com.
Mr. Brown, me get everything we need quick and fast. Sure, maybe if we could have just stopped the chatting so we could have done the work just as fast.
What was that, Johnny?
No, man. We just say Robinson and Son are going good.
Robinson's and Sons Hardware. We are always here to serve you.
Ching representing for the Friday Storm. And Styles FM. With DJ Mookie, the baddest, the world's greatest. Well, easy, boss. It's every Friday from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. A mad vibe. Sick juggling. Turn up round here. Ching. Ching to that. DJ Mookie. Slap for the place.
Friday Storm set record and it never the Olympics.
This is Friday Storm with DJ Mookie on Styles FM 96.1.
Do you have or are you seeking a place to rent, seeking employment or have a job vacancy? Are you selling a car or having a garage sale? Then come see us. Let Styles do the advertising for you and you'll be on your way in no time. Contact us at 876-286-9216 or 439-5160. Advertising Style. Advertise with Styles.
Take us to work. Take us on the go. Take us wherever you go. Styles FM.
Take Styles FM with you on the go. The number for USA 213-992-4360. That's 213-992-4360. And for the United Kingdom, 033-0010-3322. That's 033-0010-3322.
Styles FM.
Presently, you are listening to the spiritual vibrations with your host, Sista P. All tune in, including he, she, and the old lady. Styles FM to the world.
Yes, Sandra is here, keeping up with Twitter here for me, and she says doctors and nurses at the University Hospital. What happened with them? I'm blocked from the entry to the hospital. Only emergency cases. That was the bargain that was going to lock down the country? I don't know. Anything else that we need to tell the listeners? Okay. All right. So anyway, let's go to Sanchez. People, you know, just my brethren Prestige. Yeah, I know Prestige before before we start work styles, you know. Hear what him say now. If we send him half right before then take you away. Half of my credit before then take you away. No man, me come in like the sister who win last week when Denise said sponsor some card and she said, oh, ask? No, sir, just tell them no. They have all the people for call you. It's quite alright.
Needing you right here by my side is all that I can do.
Prestige, how you do? Long time I not see you, eh? Anyway, give thanks when I was out there listen to me. Make up my noise and carry on.
Be holding you